In this video I want to share 7 tips that you've hopefully not heard of before that are going to help you optimize your sleep and sleep like a master of flow. Hey, how you doing? I'm Wilson and everything in this channel is dedicated to getting you into the flow state. Now today I want to share with you something that holds a lot of people back being able to access the flow state. Now if you've seen videos I've spoke about flow before, there's 4 cycles that you go through to experience flow. You go through a struggle, a release phase into the flow itself, and that dramatic high of being in the flow state, releasing all those potent reward chemicals into your system, demands that you go into a recovery state after that, okay? So, the godfather of recovery, the Marlon Brando, the captain, is sleep. You learn to master your sleep, you are setting yourself up to learn to master the flow state. So, in this video I want to share 7 tips that you've hopefully not heard of before that are going to help you optimize your sleep and sleep like a master of flow. Okay? So, I know you've probably heard tips on how to improve your sleep, probably loads of tips like this, where regular sleep times, minimizing your coffee, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to share with you some tips that I know will help greatly that you maybe not have heard of before. Okay, so the real key for understanding this is tuning into your circadian rhythm. First thing, circadian rhythm, day, night, okay? That is the circadian rhythm, circadian cycle, okay? So you have day and then you have the night. That is your circadian, and that actually points us in nicely to point number 1, okay? So for you to begin to tune into the circadian rhythm, simple thing to do is meet the sunrise in the morning. And what that actually does, within the first 45 minutes actually, what that actually does, it releases and tunes your system in to work with the circadian rhythm, meaning that you become more attuned to the earth, meaning that your endocrine system, thanks to what's called lux, the light, the natural sunlight, begins to retune your endocrine system so that the hormones are produced and released at the correct time throughout the day. Therefore, when melatonin needs to be expressed, it's expressed at the right time and suppressed at the right time. Kind of what you want to get, right? Then, point number 2, to further enhance that connection with the circadian rhythm, within that first 45 minutes, if you take only 5 minutes to do some sort of exercise, the research is pointing out that it's going to reset your cortisol levels, meaning your cortisol levels will begin to be secreted at the right time. The reason why this is massive is a lot of people, especially stressed individuals, they release a lot of cortisol, maybe at the wrong time, maybe at night time, which means that they really struggle for sleeping. So if you begin to re-educate your system, re-educate your body by saying, I'm getting up to greet the sun, so my endocrine system begins to release those neurotransmitters, begins to release the hormones at the right time throughout the day. And I really seal the deal by doing 5 minutes of exercise to make sure that that cortisol knows who's the boss, okay? That there will really take you further forward. But yet, I'm not finished. I have another tip, and it's tuning into your Ultradian rhythm. So your Ultradian rhythm, see 24 hours, Ultradian rhythm is 90 minutes, actually 90 to 120. I like to use 90 just to keep it sort of simple. So what they say is 90 minutes of deep focused concentration, 20 minutes to recharge yourself, and that happens throughout the day. If you think about that, that is when you have enough heightened focus and concentration. Let's say it's your focus bar, it's high, for 90 minutes before you need to recharge and replenish yourself. That ultradian rhythm is how your body naturally functions throughout the day. It has points throughout the day where it's active, ready to go, but it also needs to be recharged and replenished. 90-20, 90-20. Just so happens that this here coincides with your sleep cycles, okay? So your sleep cycles, you have 5 stages of sleep, and it takes 90 minutes to go through all that. The ultradian rhythm was discovered while people were getting monitored sleeping, and they found that this cycle went all the way through the day as well. Cool, right? So what to do to further begin to tune yourself in? You've met the sunrise. Within the first 45 minutes, you're allowing your endocrine system to work. You've done some 5 minutes of exercise to release, educate your cortisol excretion to be at the right time of the day. You have done recharge points throughout the day. What are these recharge points, Wilson? Well, so over here, it's where you work with your ultradian rhythm, and you take points throughout the day where you simply recharge and replenish yourself. Now, a cool thing that I recommend to do, if you can, is to get out with the natural light. The natural light throughout the day. You're beginning to notice that the key is light. In all levels. Light is El Capitano, as they say. The light will get rid of the darkness. Okay, so got the first 3 that all kind of coincide, they all linked together. 4th one, this is us getting ready for bed. The preparation for bed is important as well, okay? Now, you probably already have heard this, and actually I've just realised that I've got that down here. However, we're going to focus on the cold shower, so I've got it in this correct order that I've written it down in. Cold shower, cold bedroom, okay? Make sure you lower your body temperature down. Why? Because at points in the evening, round about between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, your body temperature will change, heat up, and you want to sort of prepare for that. So what I recommend is a cool shower, and make sure your bedroom is cool. The cool shower, another angle for you to think about why it helps you out. Cold will stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system, which will help you recover and replenish and calm your nervous system down a wee bit. And really, I should have changed this round, but see here, you want to start preparing for your bed 90 minutes before. Why 90 minutes, Wilson? Because of this ultradian rhythm. So your cold shower, making sure your room is in the correct temperature as well. If you do that 90 minutes before or around that pocket of time, you start really, benefiting greatly in your quality of sleep. Now, I haven't gone into other tips, but we all know about blue light and minimizing blue light. Okay, so at night you want to begin to minimize your light exposure, okay? In the day, so you can tune in with your circadian rhythm. In the day, you're going to be wanting to see the light, the natural sunlight, okay? In the evening, the artificial lights that you have on, all they're doing is telling your body it's still daylight. Therefore, it's knocking out that circadian rhythm and ultradian rhythm. It's taken out of whack. Therefore, your endocrine system is not producing that sweet rhythm of production that it should be, okay? So that natural light has got to be the focal point, and minimizing the light exposure in the house, okay? So I haven't put that in there because I wanted to give you something that you might not have heard of before. Okay, the other one that you might not have heard about before is grounding. I recommend everybody to sleep on a grounding bed sheet. Grounding releases electrons, or helps flush out all the photons, or like the build up of your metabolism's working a lot, okay? When that works a lot, it makes your body a bit heavy and slow and sludgy. Just so happens that if there's a buildup of photons in your system, it makes your blood more like a tomato ketchup, okay? Thick, sludgy. When you ground yourself or earth yourself, which you normally do outside, if you walk about bare feet outside, your body will go and soak up all electrons into your system. Those electrons will help flush out cool thing to think about is, if you think of the yin and yang vibe, okay, so the electrons and the photons, you need the electrons to create that yin and yang to move. You need the motion there, okay? It begins to flush out all those photons in your system, and in doing so it turns that sludgy blood into more of a beautiful rioja, okay? More of a red wine when you do that. So that means that your body is flowing better internally. So sleeping grounding is massive. Okay, I spoke about that 90 minutes earlier on, so kill me. Taping your mouth up. What the fuck? That's probably what you're saying. Taping your mouth up with zinc oxide tape, okay? So what you want to do, why you do that is, when you nasal breathe, you'll be releasing more nasal nitric oxide into your system. Nitric oxide into your system is a vasodilator, helps open up the blood vessels, flush out all that tension. So you imagine that combination of that nasal breathing with the electrons, boom. That is really like a bomb of recovery going on to your system. There's a few methods of taping up your mouth. You can go like so, like so, like so. Small strip, big strip, whatever you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable and relaxed with. I would recommend though you do experiment with doing some exercises or just walking about the house with the tape on your mouth before you actually sleep in it. Not in it, but with it. Okay, so these are the 7 tips that I wanted to share with you that I hope that you've not seen before, and it's quite refreshing. It should complement all those other great videos out there on how to boost your quality of sleep. Don't poo-poo this information. If you can really focus on your sleep, you're taking a great step forwards. The other wee bonus thing that I'd like to say to you is like, track your sleep as much as you can. I use an Oura ring, all right? An Oura ring to track your sleep. You can get other devices out there. I like the Oura, very straightforward and simple. It tells us about my REM sleep and deep sleep, and it'll give you some extra tools and techniques on how to improve your sleep. But really, the simple thing is, if you tune into your circadian rhythm and your ultradian rhythm, you're going to take a huge step forwards with just tuning into nature, tuning into your system and making everything work properly. You know, if you've seen me before, I speak a lot about the word hack. Really, the hack is hacking into or tuning in to nature, hacking away all the bullshit that we think there is a shortcut. The shortcut is tune into this, all right? Now, to complement that Oura ring, I also, as you know, you've seen my stuff before, heart rate variability. Heart rate variability will give us that feedback, so it will help at this point and this point, the beginning of here and the beginning of here, okay? Heart rate variability really will again be that next step to advance everything forwards. Listen, this video should be and is useful. I know it is. However, you tell me, has it been useful to you? Do you want me to expand on it? Do you want more information? Or do you want some other tips and tools on how to boost your sleep and access the flow state? I'm not mind reader, people, so leave a comment and tell me, alright? Thanks very much for listening, and I hope to see you very soon in another video, and please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you've not already done so. Ciao.